I want to share why this is so important to me. So, you probably don't know because this is a brand new show. You might already know me in person, but I did not grow up Christian. I grew up what I would call Christian adjacent because both my parents grew up Christian, and therefore my aunts and my uncles and my grandparents had varying degrees of faith. However, I wouldn't say that anyone in my family was incredibly strong in their faith. And my parents didn't practice in any regard. We didn't pray. We never went to church. Everything that I heard or had hinted at around religion was from my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents, and I never had a clue about it. And this led to when I decided that I wanted to figure out what's going on with the world. Whether I was right, wrong, or indifferent, I believed that if I had told my parents one day that I was a Buddhist, they'd say, "Good for you." As in, I had this free expression to simply follow the evidences where it led with no concern of how it would affect my home life, which is a very, very rare blessing. And I might not have been correct in that assumption, but I believed I was, which gave me the freedom to simply be objective, which is something that's so hard for so many people to do. But the fact that I was objective and I looked at the evidences and wanted to follow them wherever they led means that when I looked at all the evidences for all of the worldviews and I saw the overwhelming one direction evidence for Christianity, I recognized that it is simply intellectually dishonest to be anything other than a Christian. And that allowed me to become a Christian because the evidences brought me there.
To say that again, the evidence for Christianity is so strong that in order to not be a Christian, one needs to have either never looked into the evidences, or not have the capacity to look into the evidences, or they're not being intellectually honest. The evidence is just too strong.